In the warm, picturesque world of Hallmark movies, Andrew Walker has long been the steadfast hero, the man who always gets the girl, mends the broken heart, and ensures a happy ending unfolds just as the credits roll. We invite him into our homes, our hearts finding comfort in the predictable, heartwarming rhythm of his stories. But on a recent, seemingly ordinary day in May, the cameras weren't rolling, the script was unwritten, and the life-or-death drama was shockingly real. What unfolded was a testament to the man behind the on-screen charm, a poignant and emotionally charged race against time that reveals the true measure of a hero. It was a quiet morning near the Vancouver home where Walker and his wife, the equally compassionate Cassandra Troy, were staying. The tranquil scene was shattered by a sight that would have sent many into a panic, a flicker of movement in the shallow waters that was both out of place and deeply distressing. A dolphin, a creature of the vast open ocean, was trapped, its sleek body struggling against the mud, its telltale fin cutting a frantic, desperate rhythm in the water. For Andrew and Cassandra, there was no hesitation. This wasn't a scene from a movie. It was a life hanging in the balance. In a move that speaks volumes of their character, they sprang into action. This wasn't about fame or recognition. It was a primal human response to an animal in profound distress. They were armed not with a director's cues, but with their own resourcefulness and an unyielding determination to help. They grabbed their rain boots, a pair of scissors in hand, thinking perhaps a sea lion was entangled in a fishing net, a common coastal hazard. The reality was far more dire. As they drew closer, the full, heartbreaking picture came into focus. The dolphin bore the raw, angry scratches of a recent killer whale attack, a brutal reminder of the unforgiving laws of the wild. It was alone, separated from its pod, and visibly weakening. This was no longer a simple rescue. It was a fight for survival against overwhelming odds. What followed was a masterclass in compassion and community. Birdwatchers in the area had already raised the alarm, contacting the Vancouver Aquarium Marine Mammal Rescue Society, VAMMR, and Fisheries and Oceans Canada, DFO. But as the professionals were en route, Andrew and Cassandra were on the front lines, offering their strength and their home as a staging ground for the rescue operation. Imagine the scene: the beloved Hallmark star, a man we associate with cozy sweaters and charming smiles, knee-deep in mud, his face etched with concern. He and his wife were not passive bystanders. They were active participants in a delicate and strenuous effort. When the rescue team arrived with a carrying tarp, Andrew was among the extra hands needed to bear the weight of the 250-pound marine mammal. Their backyard, a private sanctuary, became a thoroughfare for this urgent mission, a testament to their selflessness. In his own words, Walker described the experience as incredible, a powerful and humbling moment of connection with a creature from another world. He spoke of the professionalism and care of the rescue team, but his own role, and that of his wife and neighbors, cannot be understated. It was a beautiful, spontaneous collaboration of caring souls, a real-life embodiment of the community spirit so often depicted in his films. The dolphin, nicknamed Pickles by its rescuers, was successfully transported to the VAMR facility for round-the-clock emergency care. For a moment, there was a collective breath of hope. Photos and videos shared by Cassandra on social media captured the raw emotion of the day, the exhaustion, and the profound sense of purpose. The online community, so used to seeing Andrew in fictionalized romantic settings, was given a glimpse into the heart of the man himself, and the response was an outpouring of love and admiration. But the ocean, in its majestic and sometimes cruel indifference, had already dealt a fatal blow. Despite the heroic efforts of everyone involved, Pickles succumbed to its injuries. The news was a gut-wrenching end to a story that so many had become emotionally invested in. The bittersweet reality is that not every story has a face of this loss. The true message of the day shines even brighter. The value of their actions was not diminished by the outcome. In that frantic, muddy, and ultimately heartbreaking struggle, Andrew Walker and Cassandra Troy demonstrated a profound empathy and a willingness to engage with the messy, unpredictable, and often painful realities of life. They reminded us that heroism isn't about guaranteed success. It's about showing up, extending a hand, and fighting for a life, no matter how small or different from our own. This was not a scripted drama. There were no retakes, no guaranteed happy resolution. This was life, raw and unfiltered. And in the middle of it all was a man we thought we knew, showing us a depth of character that no movie role could ever fully capture. The shocking news of Andrew Walker isn't a scandal or a controversy. It's the deeply moving story of a man who, when faced with a real-life crisis, proved that the heart of a hero beats just as strongly off-screen as it does on. And that in itself is a story worth telling, a story that will resonate with and inspire his fans long after the closing credits have faded to black.